Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kaleem, and I'm a product manager at Yammer.
And I'm Angus. I'm part of the product marketing team at Yammer. Thank you very much for making it down here. We almost didn't make it. It's a long way to get to. It's the Year of Yama. We are very excited. We've had a couple of great days. It's only Tuesday. It's going to be a big week. Today we're going to cover a lot of exciting stuff around communities of practice. Hopefully some of you this morning saw the Yammer keynote where we announced the new Yammer and showed a lot of cool new features. This session we're going to deep dive into some of the community practice, community management aspects of that. So we've only got 20 minutes. We have lots of demos, so we'll get straight into it.
Yeah, so earlier this morning you may have seen the new Yammer, which has been completely redesigned to focus on supporting communities, to support knowledge sharing, and to support employee engagement. In the next 20 minutes, we're going to show you a set of experiences that you can use to better support communities at your organization to share knowledge. And we'll also share some of the best practices that you can use to be able to use these things. Now, we started our journey in this space about a year ago. We were trying to figure out how we could better support communities in the workplace. And we learned about all of these different kinds of communities, right? Communities of interest, communities of support, communities around identity. And one of the types of communities we saw organizations successfully using Yammer for was something called a community of practice. Now, these are groups of people who share a concern or a passion for something that they do, and they learn how to do it better as a result of interacting with each other. Now, you may recall communities like this in your own organizations. We certainly have quite a few of these at Microsoft itself.
Yeah, so let's talk about some specific examples we have in Microsoft. So Microsoft Network has about 160,000 people in it, really active, thousands and thousands of communities. But there's some very strong communities of practice I just want to spend a couple of minutes explaining about. Next. Thank you. So the first one is a favorite one of mine. It's the customer success team. So this is a global team of about 800 people spread around the world. And their job is to help customers like yourselves get value and be successful with your launch and rollout of Microsoft 365. And so they use this group in two ways. One is the CSMs, the community success managers themselves, use this group to ask questions, to share best practice, to celebrate success. So for example, there might be a CSM who's got a pharmaceutical customer in the Netherlands, and they've got a specific problem where they're trying to roll out Teams. And there's a CSM in North America who has a similar pharmaceutical company, and you can share best practice what they did. And they start to build this knowledge through asking questions and answers, that type of stuff. The second part of it's actually done through their leadership team, where they use this group to push through training, key announcements. They do weekly summaries of stuff they've learned. They share successes in there. So it's really a group not just for the success managers themselves, but also for their leadership team to push through messages that way as well. Next one, and this is probably one of my favorite examples. So Microsoft stores are our retail stores all around the world. And we have employees in there, so they're our first line employees. They have direct conversations with our customers. And they have a very, like top 10 active Yammer community in Microsoft. And there's about nearly 4,000 members. And these are team members in the stores who, someone could come in and have a question about an Xbox or a Surface or software. And if that one person doesn't know the answer to that particular person's question, they have an access to a network of 4,000 plus people where they can get that answer, if not immediately, very soon and follow up. So there's a lot of great examples of knowledge sharing, people asking questions, getting responses very, very quickly. So it's a really great way to help customers not just get access to that one person in the store, but the entire Microsoft store network right around the world. And my final one, so this example is the Microsoft Teams group actually has a very active group at Yammer, but it's not just Microsoft Teams. In fact, most products in Microsoft have a Yammer community associated with their product. And again, there's sort of two main functions for this community. One is for the product team to announce new features, to gather feedback on certain things, ask customers or account teams to sign up for betas and to preview programs, to try stuff. But the other part is actually account teams or salespeople who have questions from their customers and they want to get specific answers from the product team, or better yet, they actually ask their peers. So similar to the CSM, the customer success group, we have a salesperson in Sydney asking a question and getting responses from one of their counterparts in Canada. And so having those communities of helping each other help their customers makes everyone more successful. And so the product teams get a ton of value out of it, but also the members from the sales teams as well. So with that, let's get into demos, and we'll sort of show you best practice how to set up these communities, some tips and tricks you can use, and then we'll go through some best practice at the end.
Yeah, so we're going to show you two different sets of demos. In the first one, we're going to take a look at some experiences that you can use to create and share knowledge. And in the second set of demos, we're going to take a look at some tools that you as community managers could use to facilitate things in your community. So let's go down here to the browser. So here I am actually in the new Yammer, which has been totally redesigned to better support communities and large-scale conversations. Now, this is the landing experience, and one of the main key changes that we've done is we have renamed groups to communities everywhere in the product, and this is to better reflect what Yammer is to be used for moving forward. So here on the left side, you can see all of these communities that I am a member of, and I'm going to go to one called Sales Best Practices. This is a space that's been set up for people who are working in sales to be able to learn from each other by asking questions and posting answers, to exchange tips, and even share challenges. Now, right at the top, you can see this text window where I would have been able to type something out and start a conversation or a discussion. And to the right, you see this nice bright blue icon to ask a question. So I'm going to click on that. And this loads the question publisher. Now, this thing's got all of the features that you would expect from the regular Yammer publisher. For example, you can tag people, you can use various formatting options to better structure your thoughts, and it's got this really nice visual on it that indicates that it's a question. So I'm going to type something out here, which I had written up earlier, and I'm going to ask this question. So you can see how nice that looks. So if I were someone who's passing by, I can easily tell that this is a question, that somebody's looking for help or inviting responses from others in this community. Now, if you're a community manager, you're going to be interested in making sure that people in your community are getting responses, that they're getting their questions answered and finding the help that they need. But if you have a really large community with different kinds of conversations, it can be kind of hard to manage all of these different questions. So we've introduced a couple of tools that should help with that. So right here at the top, you see this drop down where it says all conversations. I'm going to click that. And below it, you can see new conversations. This is where I would have been able to see anything that I haven't seen yet in this community. And we've added two new filters here. The first one will show you all of the questions in this community. And the second one will show you all of the questions that haven't been resolved yet. So I'm going to go click that. And here I can see this question that I just asked. And I see other questions here as well. For example, let's take a look at this one. So here's a question around looking for help and best practices around an event that's coming up this Thanksgiving season. And so I can see that there's different responses here. And as I look at them, I see that Megan here has a really nice response with lots of good tips on how people might better prepare for this event coming up. So wouldn't it be awesome to be able to highlight that?
And did you notice, though, also that response was actually buried in the reply? So there was lots of replies. You would have missed that if you just scrolled through the feed.
Yeah. So now, as an admin of this community or as a person who asked this question, you can go here to this response, hit this More Actions button, and you see something called Best Answer. So I'm going to mark it as a best answer. And it puts this really nice label at the top over here to highlight it. And if I were to go back now to the main conversations feed, and let me scroll through, and I see that question, you see that it's taken that response and now it's pinned it to the top of the conversation. And all of the other responses are starting to get folded below it. So as someone who's just passing by, you can see the question, you can see the most useful response, and you can do all of that without having to wade through all of the other responses. So really cool stuff to be able to learn. Now, one of the things that we've done in the new Yammer is created a dedicated space for events. So a great way to facilitate learning in your communities is to get an expert from time to time to come in and share some of their expertise through a live event broadcast. So right here at the top, with some of the tabs over here, you see one for just events. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this is a space that's going to show me all of the events that are coming up in this community. Now, this event over here is something that we set up so that we could get people from the product team to come in and share some of the things that are coming up for the holidays, right? And even though it's happening tomorrow, we set this thing up 2 weeks in advance so we could start having people ask questions leading up to this event. So let's take a look at that. I'm gonna click here. And you can see this event hasn't begun, so it's got this really nice placeholder at the top. What's even more cool is you can see all the questions people have been asking leading up to this event. So now, as an event organizer, I'm able to get a sense of the kinds of things that people are interested in and better prepare for this event. It's really easy to ask a question here as well. Simply clicking in the text box opens up the question publisher by default. You can do that, or you can post a comment. And all of the filters that we showed you earlier are available here as well. So during the event, you can manage these questions, and you can choose to follow up on them even after the event. So all of these are various examples of how you might use some of these experiences in a community of practice setting, right? But sometimes you might have communities that are maybe a bit more transactional. Maybe they're completely based around asking and answering questions. So let's go to this one here called Ask HR. This is a space that we've set up for people to be able to ask questions about their employee experience. So things around benefits, things around policies and whatnot. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna ask something that I think this community probably gets every now and then. So in a community like this, you might have some resident experts, people who can help each other out. But you know, if you're getting questions that are being asked again and again, maybe you don't want to ping them each and every time. So what we've done over here is we've taken the Microsoft Azure Q&A Maker tool, and we've created a knowledge base with some frequently asked questions and answers. And separately, we've taken the Microsoft Flow product and created a bot that's constantly listening for new questions in this community. And if it finds a question that it matches in the database, it'll go ahead and respond, and if not, it will ping a set of experts or community admins. So here I can see I've got a new response. I'm gonna click that, and you can see that that's the bot just answering that right there, because that was something that was previously asked. So this is a really cool example of how you can use various products that Microsoft offers to be able to create your own workflows on top of this question and answer experience. And with that said, I think let's take a look at some community management tools.
Yeah, cool. So we all know community managers are the most important people in your network. And it's often like, yeah, you can cheer for that. It's often like herding cats. And if anyone watched the game last night, you would have seen a cat run onto the ground and just how difficult it is to get it off. That's what being a community manager is like. So we've helped with the new Yammer. There's a lot of new features that are going to help with that. The first one being one of our most popular requests on user voice is being able to pin your favorite communities. So I can come in, if I'm the community manager for this sales best practice, I now have this little heart, and when I click that, it now drops that community to the top of my navigation and will stay there pinned until I unfavorite that. The second piece that's really useful as a community manager is this new cover photo up the top. This is a brand new piece of real estate in the new Yammer that allows you to really brand and give your community a sense of home and meaning and purpose. And you can customize this and use it for all types of things, whether you want to promote a campaign or maybe the live event that Kaleem just talked about coming up. So let's come in and I can update this cover photo. And we can use this space now to promote that event that's coming up tomorrow about the product launch. I'll give this a second. And then when new people come to the community, they'll now see this at the top, and they can then jump down to the event section to join that group. Now, the other thing that's good to help promote content inside your community is announcements. Now, announcements aren't necessarily new for Yammer, but we've made some really great improvements to how they work in the new Yammer. So much like the old one, we can enter some text here, enter an announcement, and we've got rich text now, so we can link to the specific event. And what's new for announcements in the new Yammer is you can actually announce anything, not just text, but you could announce a question, or you could announce a poll or a praise. So again, if you think of that from a community engagement perspective, being able to praise an expert or poll your community for certain things and announce that to the entire group is really important. So when I click post as an announcement, every member of my community will now get a notification on their phone or an email or even in Yammer itself. So that's great. We have an announcement now. Now, the other problem that we always had in Yammer was, let's say you are an amazing community manager and you do have a really engaged community. That means that this announcement is going to drop down the feed as more and more people post. So another highly requested feature that we're about to ship with the new Yammer is the ability to be able to pin a conversation to the top of the group. So when I click pin, this will now stay pinned to the top of the community. Sorry, every time I say group, someone say ka-ching and I'll donate to a charity of someone's choice. It's very hard to remember. Okay, community. So this is going to be pinned and both on web and mobile, so whenever someone comes to this community, it will be at the top. Now again, this is an announcement to an event, so we don't necessarily want people to reply to this announcement. We want people to ask questions and comments in the event itself or even in the group. So another feature that's highly requested, particularly from community managers, is the ability to close a conversation. So I can come in here now as the admin, close this conversation, and now no one will be able to reply to that specific thread, but they can go to the event or the group itself. This is another really simple way to have that. So everything we've showed you so far is available both on the web and the new mobile apps as part of the new Yammer, will be available as part of the new Yammer. Now, but we also know that Yammer is not the only place where we want to have our communities or access our communities. So a lot of the work we've been doing this year is help make Yammer available in other surfaces, whether it's in SharePoint or other parts. So let's jump into the SharePoint sales best practice site. Now SharePoint is a really, really good tool for curated and structured content. So if you think about these communities of practice, you're going to have things like files or policies or procedures or frequently asked questions, maybe videos, a lot of this curated content that you want the community members to be easily able to access and get to whenever they want. So in this example, we've created a communication site and we've got blog posts about sales best practice, key documents, we can have events. You can basically put any web part you want on here. But we've also embedded the brand new Yammer web part for SharePoint. So again, you can see that the questions that Kaleem just posted are in here. We have Mark Best Answer, which is the one he just did here. So everything you can do in Yammer, you can now embed in this web part, including posting questions, attaching files, rich text, doing announcements, everything from within the publisher inside SharePoint itself. So a really nice way to bring structured and unstructured content under the guise of a community of practice. Another way that you might want to access your communities is through Teams. People live in Teams today. They do all their work in Teams, they do their chats in Teams, they attend meetings in Teams. So I also want to be able to access my communities from Teams. So earlier this year, we released the Yammer Tab for Teams, which allows you to add a Yammer community into a specific channel. But yesterday actually, we announced that as part of the new Yammer, we're going to have this new Yammer app for Teams. So from within Teams, I'll be able to access all my Yammer communities, all without having to leave. I can see here my sales best practice community and everything Kaleem just posted is all in here. And this also will include things like live events. So if this live event that's running tomorrow, I'll be able to access that from Teams, filter the questions, answer the questions, mark best, all without having to leave Teams itself. Now, my favorite one by far is Outlook though. So we know as community managers, our leaders, our members, our experts still use email every day and are in Outlook a lot of the time of their day. So what if we could have those community messages come directly to where they are inside Outlook? So we've always been able to subscribe to community notifications, cha-ching, to email. But what if you could then respond to those directly without having to leave? So one of the new announcements we have now is Outlook can tell that this notification was actually a Yammer conversation and will render this as a Yammer feed directly inside Outlook. And you have full functionality. So this is the question that Kaleem asked in the HR group. I can like that. I can comment on it. This was the best answer because the bot came back with it, so we trust the bots. So we'll mark that as best answer. But I could also add comments. We've got rich text, attached files, all without leaving Outlook. So again, if you're an expert of a community or a member of a community or a community manager, subscribe to those groups, have that stuff come directly to your Outlook, whether it's on web, mobile, or the desktop apps, and be able to respond and triage those messages directly from there. I think that one's going to be a superpower for sure. Right, so I think that's all for the demos, Kaleem. We'll switch back and we'll just go through some best practice stuff.
Yeah, so again, to summarize all of the stuff we've showed you, a whole set of experiences for your communities to be able to create and share knowledge, and a whole set of new tools for you as community managers to be able to better facilitate things in your community. So we cannot wait for y'all to be able to try this out in the new Yammer.
Very quickly, I'll go through just some best practice that we've observed over the years, and I think the new Yammer is going to help with. So having a really clear description and purpose for your community, and using the new spaces available, like the community cover photo, the descriptions, pinning post, having it really clear so when people come to the group, they know how they can get value from it, but also contribute value to the community. If you make that clear up front, you'll get much more success. Using the new features like pinning conversations and then using announcements to drive those conversations, those specific messages through to all your members is also a really great way to drive engagement. And making sure you get that right message to the right person at the right time on the right device is another really good way to drive that engagement inside your community. If you're a community manager or maybe an expert or you have a passion about a specific topic, make use of those group filters. Go through, find questions that haven't had a best answer yet or don't have any answers yet. You know, tag in community experts, draw them into the conversation. Make sure you mark questions that have a best answer as the best answer, because there's nothing worse than someone who asks a question and doesn't get a response. So if you want to build that community, you've got to make sure that those questions get answered. Live events, cannot understate how important these are to drive really good engagement inside your organization. Companies like Cerner here, they do a really good example of having events inside their organizations to drive those communities. Inside Microsoft, we've seen huge uplifts in engagement of our communities just by running monthly live events in there as well. Use the group analytics to monitor what's working, what's not working. Try different things. Always don't be afraid to experiment new types of posts, new types of content, and use the group analytics to work out what's working. Use scene counts, those type of things, to see how your group's responding to different engagement tactics and go from there. And finally, and this is a tip that you've been able to do this for a couple of years now, but using Active Directory and dynamic membership to populate your groups, particularly your organizational groups. So for example, the Microsoft Stores group I showed earlier, you could have every single store employee based on their Active Directory automatically part of that group. So when you start to use the features listed above, like announcements, targeting, and live events, you can guarantee that every person inside that organization that's related to that community of practice will get the notification and will get that message come through and we'll see it there. So having that group dynamic membership is a really useful way to get the right people in the right groups. All right, we're running out of time. To summarize, it is the year of Yammer. The new Yammer is coming very soon. We are very, very focused on communities and particularly knowledge. We think that's really important and can add a ton of value to how you work. Everything we've shown you today is in the new Yammer, which will be available in the first half of next year. But if you like what you've seen and you're interested and you want to try it, you can sign up for the preview program at aka.ms/thenewYammer, and we'll start rolling that out later this year and early in the new year. Please come to the booth. I feel like it's the end of the week, but it's only Tuesday, so we'll be here for the rest of the week. Kaleem and I will be at the booth. We have 40 people from Yammer team here. Most of them are at the back of the room here, which is great, but certainly come to the booth and ask us your questions. Tell us your stories. We want to know how you're using your communities and how we can help you improve your communities. Finally, there's lots and lots of sessions related to Yammer. We're only the second one, not just from Microsoft and Yammer employees themselves, but also from our partners, customers, and MVPs have some really great stories too. So with that, thank you very much. Appreciate the journey all the way down here. And if you have any questions, please come find Kaleem and I. Thank you, guys.